Welcome once again to my channel. Now let's look at what we have here. We are given that 22 raised to the power of x plus 33 raised to the power of x divided by 26 raised to the power of x plus 39 raised to the power of x equal to 121 divided by 169. I will ask to solve for the value of x. Can you do this? It's very simple. It might look hard or trickish, but it's very simple. Now, if this is your first time seeing me, what you have to do is like this video, subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to share this video. Now, here's the solution to this problem. Now, what we have here is 22 raised to the power of x plus 33 raised to the power of x divided by 26 raised to the power of x plus 39 raised to the power of x to be equal to 121 divided by 169. Now, this is what we need to know. 22 can be expressed as 11 times 2 because 11 times 2 is 22. So here will be 11 times 2. Now all of this is raised to the power of x plus 33 can be expressed as 13 times 3 because 33 can be expressed as 11 times 3 because 11 times 3 is what? 33. So here will be 11 times 3, that's what? 33 raised to the power of x, all divided by 26 can be expressed as what? 13 times 2. 13 times 2 will give us 26. So that will be 13 times 2 all raised to the power of x plus 39 can also be expressed as 13 times 3 because 13 times 3 is what? 39. So it will be 13 times 3 all raised to the power of x. All of this is equal to 121 can be expressed as 11 squared, while 169 can be expressed as 13 squared. That means 11 times 11 will give us 121. 13 times 13 will give us 169. Now let us look at one of the properties of the laws of indices also. If you have, for example, if you have a times b raised to the power of c, this is the same thing as a raised to the power of c times b raised to the power of c. What this means is if you have two numbers multiplying themselves in a bracket and they are all raised to a particular power, it means everything inside a bracket will take part of that power. Everything inside the bracket will take part of the exponent or also the index. So that means everything here are sharing this particular power up there. So by doing that now, we're going to have here to be 11 raised to the power of x, that's for this first one, times 2 raised to the power of x, that's for the second one, plus 11 raised to the power of x times this 3. So this will be 3 raised to the power of x all over. The same thing applies here. 13 raised to the power of x times 2 raised to the power of x plus 13 raised to the power of x times 3 raised to the power of x. All of this will be equal to, now since we have 11 raised to the power of 2, 13 raised to the power of 2, power 2 they have, this is the exponent here is 2, the exponent here is 2. So since we have the same exponent, that means I can write this as 11 all over 13. All of this is raised to the power of 2. That same rule of which I stated earlier. That means for this one is for multiplication, while this is division. So you can see since we have 11 all over 13 and they are all raised to the power of 2, everybody here, this first man here is sharing his power with this person. That's why we see it here. So it's the same thing. Now, what do you observe? Let me give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What do you observe? If you observe, you see we have 11. We have 11. We have 13. We have 13. That means 11 is common at the numerator, while 13 is also common at the denominator. So 11 raised to the power of x, which is common here, we multiply 2 raised to the power of x plus 3 raised to the power of x divided by, first common here is 13 raised to the power of x. We multiply 2 raised to the power of x plus 3 raised to the power of x. All of this is equal to 11 all over 13 all squared. Now let's check this out. 11 raised to the power of x times 2 will give us this. You see? So this bracket is just the same thing here. So if you multiply this by this, you get this. Multiply this by this, you get this. Multiply 13 by this, you get this one. Multiply 13 raised to the power of x by 3 raised to the power of x. You have the second one. So it's the same thing. Now what do you observe also? Again, you can also see that 2 raised to the power of x plus 3 raised to the power of x is the same thing at the numerator here. The same thing at the denominator. That means 2 raised to the power of x plus 3 raised to the power of x is common. So since they are common, I'll do away with them. I'll cancel them out. And I'll be left with 11 raised to the power of x divided by 13 raised to the power of x equal to 11 all over 13 all squared. Now what do you observe again? This question is all about observation and your thinking. You have to think and also observe. You get? So if you observe, you see we have x here. So why not just group them? So that means, or let me just say, why not just factor out this? So if you do that, you see that this, by the same rule which I stated here, what happens here, what happens here, what happens here, the same thing is occurring here. So this is we have x here, we have x here. I can just take it outside and the both of them will still share the power, isn't it? That's it. So I have 11 over 13. All of this is raised to the power of x equal to 11 over 13. All of this are, sorry, I also have 11 over 13 raised to the power of 2. Now what do you observe again? I have 11 over 13, I have 11 over 13 here. So since I have the same base, I can do away with the base and work with the exponents. So this implies that by comparing both sides, that means that x will be equal to 2. X is equal to 2 because when I compare the base, I saw that the base 11 over 13 is the same thing as 11 over 13. So therefore, since the base is the same, x will be equal to 2. Now if we plug this value of x into this equation, you will see we are going to have the same thing here. See, very simple. All you have to do is like this video, comment on this video, and don't forget, share this video. I will be seeing you in my next class. Bye.